Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This is a channel where I look at the artwork on Pokemon cards, and the main part of this short video will be looking at comparisons between Japanese and English prints of the latest sets. But before we get on to that, I'm not going to moan about Glory of Team Rocket and the fact that I'm not prepared to pay £180 for a box that is ridiculously overinflated and it's driving me up the wall, but we're not talking about that. We're going to do a diversion to start with, because it's very rare that I get one of my Grail cards, so we're going to look at that. Now, this is my Minccino collection, of which before today there were 3 spaces. I'm still missing the promo brushed steel version of this little one, which is a shame because it's Kanako AO. I can buy it any time. It's just quite a lot of money for a card. But anyway, the hang on, I'm going to bring the camera up even further so that we can at least see a page of the binder. So Minccino is one of the many species that I collect, and we have 2 holes here. Actually, technically 3 holes, because there's a different holofoil version of this English print here, but I certainly don't have the Japanese. That's probably the hardest Minccino to find, certainly in good condition, because it was a Uniqlo promo in Japan, and they are very scarce, and you just never find them, and I suspect it will be a crazy amount of money. But for a long time I have been missing this one, which is the Japanese print from the beginning set. Now, the beginning set, which came out at the start of Generation 5 in Japan, is a very strange little set. There was beginning set for boys. Beginning set was called beginning set for girls, so therefore by inference the beginning set wasn't for girls. There was the beginning set plus and the beginning set Pikachu. So you've got different cards with HS, HS plus, HSP. Anyway, that's beside the point. There are various creations that were called beginning set, and they're all very scarce to find in good condition. There are a few copies of things knocking around on the secondary market, but they're nearly always incredibly heavily played. So finding mint conditions, I've been watching a couple of copies of this go around that are very tatty, and I don't like tatty cards, so I finally managed to get myself. Well, we'll have a look at it. It's only just arrived, but it was saying that it was in good condition. So this is the Atsuki Nishida print. There's a tiny little on that corner, but generally that is, I mean, by the standard of what you see available, that's an incredibly clean copy. So I'm very, very pleased that that is finally. There's so few cards that I'm chasing now. I often distract myself trying to go shopping and looking for something to buy, and there's just nothing. Of the cards that I still need for my various collections, I just can't find copies of things. Anyway, so that is that, which leaves me one obvious hole here, which is the Japanese print of this, the Uniqlo promo. I suspect it will be years before I find that, but you never know, it might fall one day. Other grails that I thought were unobtainable have finally arrived, and that is that. So I'm going to bring this in again and change over binders. Well, I'm not sure we're going to do binders, actually. We'll just do cards. So let me just pull out some cards here. Which ones shall we do? We'll do 3. We'll do 3. Yeah, okay. We'll do these ones. So what I'm going to do is look at the different print qualities for this one, and this one. So these are Megumi Mizutani's Zoroa and Zoroark. We'll start with the Japanese. Now, this one was a promo, of course, in the Elite Trainer box. So, given that they're not textured, obviously different backs, but in different language, they're looking fairly similar. I mean, you know, without the texturing difference, I wouldn't say there's any particular. The colours are a little bit deeper on the Japanese one. If you look at the colour of Zorua, this is darker than that one. What about En's hair? No. Okay, so there's not a lot of difference there, but I do love the artwork of these, and the fact that the same artist did the evolution is nice. So let's just go across to that, and here we have En's Zoro arc. Now, I'm assuming, well, no, I'm not assuming, I know that the Japanese print will be finer texturing. It's got double sleeve on it, hang on. So, the Japanese one is better centered, not perfectly centered. I think the right side is thicker than the left side just, but it's more obvious the other way on the English one that the centering is not quite as good. Let's see if we can pick up the texturing in 4K. I'm assuming we're in 4K. It's not saying so on the camera, but I'm assuming we're filming in 4K. I haven't changed the settings, so yeah, the texturing here is much less fine. And it's still nice. It's a nice card. But yeah, it's nice that they make a pair with this, the artwork. Really nice. So, like those cards very much. I'll put that one up there and that one there. When it comes to the Salamence, this one is by, now I've forgotten the name of this artist, Tsuyoshi Nagana. They'd done the Haxorus previously, but there's just the two cards so far. I quite like the Haxorus. It's just a regular holo. But this is spectacular artwork. I think this is the star card of this set. Battle Partners Journey Together. It's not quite as well. Yeah, it is playable. It's not hugely playable. But it is playable. It's not a disastrous card. You know, the more valuable card in the set, Lily's Clefairy, again is playable. Is this side loading? That's a side loader. But I just, I think you've got that Lily premium tax that isn't as obvious in English because the English aren't quite as obsessed as the Japanese about schoolgirls, waifus. Anyway, I think this is a much more successful card aesthetically. Let's just have a look at the texturing on the Japanese. So, it's beautiful. So that's the Japanese print there. And the English one. Yeah, I mean, it isn't nearly as fine, but it's still very beautiful. And how do they do the light on the two of them? It's just, yeah, you've got the rays of the sun very obvious on the Japanese one coming up behind. Salamence, is that the same on this? I'm not picking it up quite the same way. No. Just have another look at that. And I think that's why it looks so dramatic in Japanese, this sort of explosion of sun rays coming up from this central point of dawn breaking and the light shooting out. But can we get that same effect here? Not really. not picking it up really in that way. I mean, it is kind of there. You've got a sort of hint of it here, but it's nowhere near as strong. Let's just double check. Yeah, it's nowhere near as strong. It's a shame. Anyway, so, ooh, drop it. That's a lovely card. I think it's just really dramatic artwork. Bomanda Salamence is a really classy Pokemon. It's not as big as you think it is, by the way. It's like a large dog. It's really quite a small dragon. Yeah. Nice looking card, nice looking Pokemon. I like those. So that's today's moderately brief video. I'm just waiting on one card to arrive before I do my next artist video. I ordered it weeks ago and it still hasn't arrived, which makes me think it's lost in the post. But anyway, that's the video for today.